Welcome everyone to the location and fight guide for Angram the Purifier. The boss can be found in the Pools of Rebirth as shown on the map with the blue marking. For this boss fight I used the illustrious Bastard Sword, Pendant of the Duskwatcher and the Crimson Templar Armour Set. I also used the Blood Rage, Power Surge, Veil of Chaos and Crimson Beam abilities. Before starting this boss, make sure to clear the location of non-related boss enemies. This is a very hard-hitting boss. In order to show you a preview of the damage the boss can deal, I had to heal myself quite a bit during this fight. However, do not get discouraged based on the damage that I am getting. Most damage can and should be avoided. This boss has 7 main key points. The boss will release orbs on the ground that will explode after a few seconds, followed by leaving behind Chaos Fire. When hit, each orb will deal a decent amount of damage, but if you stand too close to multiple orbs, this could lead to a large amount of damage. And if you stand in the Chaos Fire, you will receive a small amount of damage every second you stand inside of it. You will also receive a burn for about 5 seconds. Try to move away from these orbs. The boss will also try to punch you when in melee range. When hit, this will deal a decent amount of damage and slow you for about 1 second. The boss will also try to slam you. When hit, this will deal a large amount of damage and incapacitate you for about 1 second. Try to sidestep these abilities. The boss will also put a large chaos shield in front of himself. Each time you hit the shield, it will release a lot of chaos projectiles all around the boss. When hit, each chaos projectile will deal a decent amount of damage and putting a chaos burn on you for about 5 seconds. Try to not hit this shield. You can however attack the boss from behind during this. But sometimes it may be better to wait until the shield is removed. The boss will also fire 5 chaos projectiles in the air. When they land, they will explode, leaving chaos fire behind. When hit, each projectile will deal a decent amount of damage and giving you a burn for about 5 seconds. Try to keep moving to avoid these projectiles. The boss will fire 2 sets of chaos projectiles in an arc. When hit, each projectile will deal a decent amount of damage and putting the ground on fire, followed by putting a chaos burn on you for about 5 seconds. Try to sidestep these orbs. The boss will also slam the ground, leaving behind 5 chaos trails that will explode outwards after a few seconds. When hit, each explosion will deal a very large amount of damage and putting a chaos burn on you for about 5 seconds. Try to avoid getting hit by this ability by sidestepping or using your dash ability. When you are standing in range of the boss will sometimes also charge you and try to punch you. When hit, this will deal a large amount of damage and incapacitate you for about 1 second. Try to sidestep this. After killing this boss, you will gain a tier 3 Chaos spell point that you can spend on a tier 3 Chaos ability of your choosing in the Chaos ability tab. You will now be able to craft the Dawnthorn Armour Set at the tailoring bench. You are now also able to craft the major explosive box at the alchemy table. The major explosive box can be used to destroy walls, doors and harvest massive resource vines. It can also instantly kill golems. You can now also summon Mutated Rats at the Vermin Nest, which have a chance to yield bones and mutant grease. And finally, you can now also craft Irradiant Gruel. Irradiant Gruel can be used on prisoners to have a 65% chance to increase their blood quality by 1 or 2%. There is, however, a 35% chance to turn your prisoner into a mutant, so decide if it's worth the risk. I hope you enjoyed this guide, and if you want to see some live content or have any questions about the game, you can always come and visit me at twitch.tv/Chiraku. Thank you again very much for watching, and I see you all next time.